Hello everyone, my name is FOZAN Khan and I am a student of Associate of Applied Science in Digital Cinematography. The following assignment discusses the evolution of the genre of science fiction in the film industry. Today, science fiction is one of the most popular movies genres across the world, appreciated by viewers of all the ages. Earliest known works of science fiction is usually said to be Mary Shelley's novel called The Frankenstein, came out in 1818. This is why it is often suggested that science fiction actually originated in literature. Science fiction movie presents an imaginative scientific reality to its viewers. The origin of science fiction cinema may be traced to the silent film era in the early 1900s. The movies were usually short black and white films with comical undertones. One of the first example of the movie genre is George Mill's A Trip to the Moon 1902, which was a story of a spacecraft visiting moon in the large cannon. A key scene in the movie was depicting moon's face as smiling human face using special effects. In the 1930s and 1940s, the films usually depicted themes of Great Depression. The decade saw low budget short films that included futuristic adventures filled with the action, such as The Phantom Empire came out in 1935, which was about a cowboy who gets in touch with a technological advanced underground civilization having ray guns and robots. The movies in this era had themes like mad scientists, high tech gadgets, and space travel. The 1950s and the 1960s movies were influenced by the development of the Cold War and the communist era in the US. A prominent movie during this era was The Destination Moon, came out in 1950, telling the story of a nuclear powered robot that takes four men to the moon while fighting against the Soviets. The decade also witnessed a boom in popularity for films depicting aliens and UFOs, such as The Beast from 20,000 Fathoms, produced in 1953, that showed a monster Radosaurus created because of atomic testing, ruining parts of the United States. Science fiction and horror films from this decade were mixed with fear of nuclear technology and space travel hazards. The 1970s witnessed much more interest in science fiction films owing to large film budgets and an overall improvement in special effects. A key theme in these films was fear of threats caused by ecological and technological conflict. Another common theme was related to conspiracies amongst corporate or governmental entities. Some prominent movies of this era included Star Wars that came out in 1977 and Superman that came out in 1978. Following the popularity of Star Wars, the 1980s saw a huge popularity of science fiction films with movies like Star Trek and E.T. the Extraterrestrial leading the charts. The movies in this era also had animations incorporated. Eventually, in the 1990s, the emergence of the internet led to the theme of cyberpunk in science fiction genre. A key movie in the genre was The Matrix that came out in 1999, indicating a futuristic setting for humanity. Development of computers and special effects helped in producing more complicated movies. In the 21st century, the aforementioned themes continued with films like Minority Report that came out in 2002, also discussing political situations in today's world. The movies are now more accessible to the audience thanks to the development of online streaming services.